In the prologue, an old Bigar woman arrives at the castle of a French prince. The woman asks for shelter from the cold, and, in return, offers the young prince a rose. Repulsed by her appearance, the prince turns her away. The Bigar warns him not to judge by appearances, but the prince ignores her and shuts the door on her. The woman then throws off her disguise, revealing that she is a beautiful enchantress. The priest tries to apologize, but she's already seen the lack of kindness in his heart. She can use a powerful curse, transforming him into a hideous beast, his servants into anthropomorphic household items, and the entire castle and all its surroundings into a dark, forbidden place, so that he will learn not to judge by appearances. The curse could only be broken if the beast learns to love another and receives the other's love in return, before the last petal of the enchantress's rose withers and falls. If not, he will be doomed to remain a beast forever. As the years pass, the beast sits in his castle, wallowing in despair, convinced that no one could ever love him. The servants have not lost their hope yet, although there isn't much time left until the rose dies and the last petal of the enchantress's rose withers and falls. Years later, a beautiful young peasant woman named Belle lives in a nearby village with her father, Maurice, who is an inventor. Belle is seen as sought by other townsfolk due to her preference for reading books. She is the object of unwanted attention from the local hunter, Gaston, whom she perceives as an egomaniac. He and his sidekick, Le Fou, openly mock her father's inventions. Belle reveals her feelings of loneliness to her father, who promises her that his next invention will be the start of a new life for them both. Maurice rides off to a farm with his invention, gets lost, and loses his horse as the night falls. He escapes from some wolves and desperately seeks shelter from a storm. Poor adventurer, he stumbles upon a mysterious castle and enters. There, he meets the Enchanted household items. Cosworth, the mantle clock, Lumiere, Miss Potts the teapot, and her son, Tip, the teacup. The beast, however, is enraged when he discovers Maurice and is about to throw him out, not caring that the wolves would eat him. When Maurice says he needs a place to stay, the beast then decides to lock him in a dungeon in the castle tower, against Maurice's wishes. Belle, who worries when her father's horse returns home without him, decides to seek out for her father. Eventually, she winds up at the beast's castle. The objects, there her renewed with the arrival of Belle, show her the way to the dungeon while keeping themselves concealed from the sight. Belle finds Maurice in the tower dungeon, but the beast catches her. She offers herself in exchange for her father's life, against his wishes, giving her word to remain in the castle forever. The beast reveals himself to her, and although Belle is clearly terrified, she bravely refuses to back down from her offer. The beast agrees and releases Maurice, who is taken back to the village in a walking coach before they can say goodbye. Moved by Belle's sadness, the beast decides to give Belle a room in the castle instead of keeping her in the dungeon. The beast gives Belle permission to go anywhere in the castle except the west wing, refusing to explain why. He shows Belle her room and tells her that they must meet for dinner at Lumiere's suggestion. Belle meets the rest of the household items in his bedroom. Back in the village, the citizens attempt to cheer up Gaston in the local tavern after Belle's rejection by reminding him how in all they are for him. Maurice bursts in and asks for help to rescue Belle from a beast, but no one believes him. When one of the villagers calls him crazy, Gaston thinks of a plan to get Belle to marry him. Maurice goes off to search for Belle alone, unaware of Gaston's plan. Gaston and the others arrive at the house shortly after Maurice leaves. Finding the house empty, Gaston orders Le Fou to wait by the porch until Belle and Maurice return. At the end, Gaston decides to go with Maurice in order to make a great impression on him and be able to marry her daughter, and also to find Belle so she knows that Gaston helped her father find her and make her think that he is a benevolent person. Belle meets the enchanted objects, who cheer her up, but refuses to have dinner with the beast. Enraged, he tells the servants that if Belle does not eat with him, she will have to starve, then shuts himself away in the west wing. He sees Belle through the magic mirror, who angrily cries that she will have nothing to do with the beast. Melancholy, he watches one more petal fall from the rose. Ignoring the beast's orders, Lumière, along with the other servants, welcomes Belle warmly and entertains her with an elaborate dinner and show. After dinner, Belle asks the servants for a tour of the castle. Lumière and Gauchworth happily oblige, but Belle manages to sneak away from them and penetrate into the forbidden west wing, where she discovers an extremely disarrayed and desolate room. A last portrait of a handsome man with strangely familiar blue eyes and enchanted rose. The beast finds her there and frightens her with a terrifying display of temper. Belle flees the castle, disregarding her promise to the beast, and, in the dark forest, is attacked by wolves. Belle finds herself in a desperate situation. It seems that she could not survive to that, until, suddenly, the beast appears and fights off the vicious creatures. But he is wounded during the fight. A grateful Belle returns to the castle, and, while tending to the beast's wounds, thanks him for saving her life. Beast and Belle begin their love story really irritating each other and really not liking each other very much. They build a friendship, slowly, and slowly. And very slowly, that builds to them falling in love at one point. They are having no illusions about who the other one is. They have seen the worst of one another, and they also bring out the best in each other. Over some time, the two start to become friends. The beast even gives Belle the ownership of his immense library. The household items are excited and optimistic that Belle might fall in love with the beast and cause them to become human again. The relationship reaches its climax with an elegant After the romantic evening, the beast notices that Belle seems melancholy. She tells him that she wishes to see Maurice again, just for a moment. The beast takes her to the west wing and gives her the magic mirror, explaining that it will allow her. Belle assures them that beast is kind and gentle, and that he is her friend. Out of jealousy and anger, Gaston tells them up that Belle is as crazy as her father. Belle disagrees and calls him the real beast for wanting to kill him. She tells him of that she sees him as nothing more than a sexist, narcissistic, rude, obnoxious and selfish jerk. Insulted, Castor rallies the villagers to storm the castle and kill the beast, convincing them that he is dangerous to the entire town. To prevent Belle and Maurice from warning the beast, Gaston has his men lock them in the cellar of their home. With the help of Tip the Teacup, who has stowed away in Belle's hotel, Belle and Maurice escape from the cellar using the invention and rush back to the castle. The villagers force open the door, but Coxswain and Limiere leads the servants in defense of the castle. Gaston deserts the battle to search for the beast. The servants eventually manage to drive the villagers out of the castle. Meanwhile, Gaston finds the beast alone in the west wing and attacks him, throwing both of them outside of the balcony and rooftops. The beast does not defend himself because he was giving up hope of being able to see Belle again. As soon as he sees Belle arriving at the castle, calling out for him, the beast gains the will to fight Gaston. A heated battle ensues between the two, culminating with the beast grabs Gaston by the neck and threatens to throw him off the roof. Gaston begs for his life, and the beast relents, softened by his love for Belle. When the beast climbs back out to the balcony, Gaston stabs him in the back, then loses his footing and falls into the deep channels far below, signaling his death. Belle tries to reassure the badly wounded beast that everything will be fine, but he knows that his wound is fatal. The beast tells her that he was happy to see her one last time, and dies succumbing to his injury. Belle, in tears, whispers that she loves him, just before the last petal falls from the rose. The spell is broken. The beast, brought back to life, is reverted to his human form, unrecognizable until Belle looks into his blue eyes. The castle becomes beautiful again, and enchanted objects turn back into humans. The last scene shows Belle and the prince dancing in the balloon